what's going on, guys? It's Paper T Gaming here, and today I'll be showing you some building skills in creative. I know I did another video on this in actual game, well, not an actual game, but in a creative game. So these are some building skills that I got from just learning them. So my first tip is going to be for 1v1s. So if you know how to do 1v1s, then you can watch this one, and if you don't, then you can just skip past this tip. So this is tip 1. So when the person is editing, I'm just going to say I'm the person editing, and you switch sides. So people usually build up a few like this, but this leaves an opportunity for the enemy to 1, come over and pickaxe the builds, or 2, come over and shoot the builds down. And when you're this high, it's going to be pretty easy for you to die to fall damage like this. So make sure to, when you're doing 1v1s, make sure to start off with 90. So you have this one build that people are not allowed to shoot down. So you want to switch to metal, and then you want to start cranking immediately. And then you want to switch sides. Sorry, I just accidentally started flying. And then you want to go over to their side, so you can jump in for like a pump or something. And if you're a good player, then you're going to have the high ground on them instantly, so this is going to be really easy. But that's tip number 1. Alrighty. Now for tip number 2. For tip number 2, it's when you're in a box fight. So let's say you are in this box. You only have, let's think of a weak weapon. You only have, it's not going to be weak, but it's going to be a weapon. So you're going to have only this. And the enemy's trying to break, wait, what's happening? Break in through the top. What you want to do is, right as they break it, you want to instead leave it. Usually people do that and rebuild it, but that's actually not the right strategy from what I've seen. What you really want to do is leave it that way, and then they drop down to this, and then they start pickaxing it, thinking that you're just gonna let them break it. And then you do this, they come down and you pump them in the face. That's my strategy for a box fight. You don't have to do the strategy if you've already got it down, because I'm no pro player, but that's one of my strategies. Okay, the next one, speaking of what I'm doing right now, is for 90s. So a lot of people, when they crank 90s, go like, and then they go. But really, you want to go wall ramp 4, wall, wall ramp 4, wall. You don't want to leave out the floor, because then if you leave out the floor, this is what can happen. I just need some sort of AR. I'll get this one. If you leave out the floor, they can just easily shoot you out, and then you fall to your death. But if you do have the floor, this is the difference. It takes a lot longer. So you want to always do full 90s, people say, but it takes longer. But you have to do that. That is literally an essential tip that pretty much all Fortnite pros use. I've heard a lot of people at my school say that they just create 90s, ramp walls, ramp walls, ramp walls. But that is actually not the correct way to do it at all, because that's technically not a full 90. Now, if you want to play, this is a tip for if you want to play really fast gameplay, like building like constantly and making good edits, then this is a tip for you. If you want to learn how to do it. So this is one where you got to go into your settings, And if you don't feel comfortable changing your settings, then you can always just stop on this one. But what you're going to do is go to your settings. And then you can just copy this screen. So you can pause the video right now to copy it for a second. And if you copy this, you'll be able to build pretty well if you're on controller or Switch. If you're on computer, you already got it down. But for this, now you could pause it, so you can go back in the video and pause it. But that allows you to do the stuff I was doing in my last video, which is making crazy edits. That was not a crazy edit. I was just trying to rush a little bit. Alright, this one is involving pre-edits, which I actually just did on accident. I'm going to put it over there. So for this one, this is something that people don't do a lot, and it's just one that I really came up with. So when you're in a box, it's always a hassle to edit, right? To edit a ramp. And it seems easy from what I just did. And people think it's easy, but when you're in the middle of a heated fight, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. So what you should do really is instead of doing this and doing that, you want to do this. And then you have an opening to pop up, peek, and then just pop. What did I just do? Oh, I started the game. Alright, I'll end it for my next tip. That tip I think was the most useful, the pre-edits one. You can tell me what you think. But that one has helped me a lot in the past. I don't use it that much anymore because I'm great at editing now. But let me see what time it is. Ooh. Okay, I might have to end my video soon. By the way, I've been homesick today. That's why I'm making this video right now. Okay, here's my next tip. This one I have no idea what to do. What should I do? I just got an idea. Oh, I gotta change this back to normal. How do you... I can't. Yeah. Alright, so for this one, let's say you're building a sky base, and it's from the storm. So let's say this is in the storm, and you're just building up, having a good day, trying to do meme strats, and you're just hoping that no one's going to look up. Well, I have a strategy for you that you probably all know. Actually, you definitely all know if you're watching this. But I'll say it anyway. I just gotta make this a little bit higher so that it looks realistic. So you're just building up, looking at the night sky, and then someone's trying to shoot you down. You have nothing. What do you do? Well, most people will say, I'm just gonna get this down to low. Most people would say, hold on, I just gotta get back up there. Most people would say, all you gotta do is that, but all the way down to the ground. But what if you don't have enough builds? People think, oh, I'm gonna do this, but you pretty much need 999 max to get back down. So what you really want to do is do this. You want to run down, and you want to slide. Hold on, I gotta turn on sliding because You need sliding for this. Where the heck is sliding? I think it's down here. Sliding. On. So what you really want to do is you just run down, you slide, and then you're going really fast. They're still shooting you down, but you make it in time to get down to an area that they haven't shot down yet. So you can just make it down to safety. Because sliding is really quick when you're going downhill. And the strategy just doesn't always work if someone's literally breaking the very end of your sky base. But people don't usually do that. People usually, since you start it in the storm, it's really hard to see. So what you really want to do is that strategy. That's what I do. For my next strategy, this one's actually one with shooting. So sorry for the people that wanted to learn how to build. I just gotta grab a blue pump and turn infinite ammo on. So this is not a hassle. Infinite ammo on. Alright. So for this one, let's say you're just having a good day. Oh my gosh, why isn't it infinite ammo? There we go. So let's say you're just having a good day, having a build fight with someone. You're in a positive mood. You're not going to rage if you lose. You're just playing. But it's always exciting to win, right? So what you want to do, so let's say you have the high ground, you're just cranking. And then the enemy is also cranking, but they're below you. They're pretty far below you. Let's say they're right here. What you want to do instead of like making a crazy play like super edit, triple no scope Doritos or something. Here, let me do that again because I got too excited for a second. Instead of making a cool edit play like this, which is effective still, but it's not as effective as this next trick. So what you really want to do, well, again, I'm not a pro, is just simply wait. Wait right here. They're going to start shooting, and then they're going to start shooting even more with like RPGs or stuff, if RPGs were in the game. They're going to start shooting with heavier stuff, let's say. Then you can make the crazy build moves because they're not going to notice you. And then you can make crazy triple edits and stuff, I don't know. And then you can pump them when they're distracted by doing the RPGs and stuff. So if you like these clips or tips, you can share them with your friends. I would really appreciate it if you watch this channel because I know there are very few people that do. But I'll see you all later, I guess. I'll make another video. Hold on. I just gotta show a couple more edits. Oh, by the way, I also have auto door open, which is a thing in your settings menu where it auto opens doors. If you're wondering how I'm opening these doors so quickly. And for the last time, I'm sorry, I think this is like the 8th time I've said it, but I play on Xbox, and it is amazing that I play on Xbox and I can still do this. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Bye.